Hello goblins, nice to be back here on YouTube on this video. You can see I got a new camera, so better quality. I'm using this free program for green screen and you can see that it's not great, but that's what we'll have to do for now. And yeah, generally very happy to be here and back talking about Path of Exile. What if I move here or here? Yeah, I'll just move here. I'll make myself tiny. There you go. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you very much to everyone that gave me some of their personal time to watch the video that I made. And it has been the best video for view time, comments, likes, and just thank you very much everyone. I really appreciate it. I read all the comments. It was very interesting that the first few 2 or 3 comments were negative. The first ones that were published and made me want to maybe not make videos. And then I wanted to maybe farm negativity just for engagement. But then a lot of people came in and started commenting and giving me advice and stuff like that and said nice comments about the video. So I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. And one person said it would be cool if you talked about your thoughts about the game after 100 hours, because the first video was after 40 hours. I am now at 157 hours of playtime. So the reason why I didn't do exactly at 100 hours is because, well, there's a few reasons. I got a new job, and I got sick at the same time. I did record like 5 or 6 videos since then, but they were such dog shit videos that I decided not to upload them. And now I'm really happy. You can see much better quality because for the first time in 6 or 7 years I spoiled myself, and for the first time in maybe 15 years, almost 20 years, I spoiled myself with a high-end gaming computer. So I'm not putting all my hopes in streaming and YouTubing. Of course, that would be silly, but basically that's my hobby these days. I play a lot of video games. Now, why would I buy a high-end computer to play Path of Exile? I'm gonna play other games, but Path of Exile is what I like to play at the moment. So this is what this is what you see in the background. So today what we're going to talk about, I want to answer some questions that people asked in the comments. Mostly, how do I feel after 100 hours compared to the first 40 hours? That was what a lot of people found interesting in the video, is the player perspective of a new player. Wow, this shirt is just funky. I was on video call before, so I had to wear a shirt. Nice. So yeah, I think a lot of veterans were interested in how new players see the game now in 2022. Yeah, a lot of people commented like, 40 hours, try 4,000 hours. I made a whole video about breaking down each comment and answering each comment, but when I was re-watching it, I didn't like what I was saying, mostly making fun of a lot of people, and I just don't want to have such negativity on the channel, because I think being negative brings negativity, and I don't want that. I want good vibes, bro. So after 157 hours, I have still not finished the campaign. Right now with this tune, I've played a lot less since I got the new job. How do I do the thing? 15 hours, and we are at level 48. So I think by PoE standards, this is very, very, very slow. I think with my witch, I got to Act 5 where I am now in half the time with my past witch, with the past league. First of all, the community has been really nice. There's a lot of negativity on Reddit regarding the new league, but from what I understand, that's the standard thing to do. But even on YouTube, it feels like YouTubers are very, very, very angry about this new league. And I'm a bit annoyed too, because I got used to Standard and Sentinel. I didn't go too far, I didn't go to the end game, but just on the first day, lower levels, I didn't find any items to help me for my build for a really long time. It was kind of weird. The community has been nice for the most part, especially with the response on a video, and when I write something on the general global chat when I have a question, people are really nice and helpful, so I've been really happy there. The game is still very addictive, even if I don't progress as fast. Like, it's very fun to be God mode. I think that's why people play this game, I feel like, to just have a fucking build that just deletes the whole screen and you feel really good about yourself. You don't need to stress too much. You die, you jump right back into the fray, and that's how things go. And now that it's very much harder, I think they just nerfed a bit the rare mobs, I don't know how to call them, the yellow dudes, the light sources, as we used to say back in the Diablo days. Now that it's much harder, it's much more stressful, and you can't zone out as much. And because of that, the experience have been a bit different. Even if it's harder, more difficult, I don't really mind it. I enjoyed a challenge. And it's weird that people that have been playing the game for 10 years are not accepting this challenge. But I mean, if you're used to a thing, you've been doing a thing for so long, and all of a sudden it's changed, that's gotta be frustrating. Especially if the game was, from what I understand from YouTubers that I watch, the game was evolving in a way that they have enjoyed a lot. And apparently the last few leagues have just been like getting more and more fun. And now for the approach of Path of Exile 2, it seems to be getting harder. And people are being annoyed at not being listened to. It's not a good thing when the game developers are enforcing the way to play the game rather than looking at how people play the game. That's not good. Like, from my perspective and from the perspective of many people, if people enjoy your game, why do you want to change that, right? If the game has been doing really well and getting more and more players at each league, why go against that? That's a bit strange, and it's a bit worrying, because I thought that maybe I had found my forever game, as some people call it. I'm still very happy with how the game works. I still really love the playstyle. I love the graphics. For me, I like this is very nice. I don't need crazy amazing graphics for my games. But I say that now, but we'll see when I start to play more high-end games, more recent games. One thing that I realize is that it's not a multiplayer game at all. Like, yeah, you can team up with your friends to get better loot, but my friends have shot ahead of me so much faster. I don't know if we do slash play how much they played, but they had more time available than me the first day or two, based on the different work schedules. And they've shot way ahead of me, so we don't play together because they're 10, 20, 30 levels ahead of me. So I'm again feeling a bit lonely in this on this worldwide connectivity on the internet, and you're not talking with anyone. That's a strange feeling that I've had. I wanted to make a pledge that I would play this game until the end game, but I'm already losing a bit of interest in this game. Especially because I just love to have so much loot and just fucking melt mobs. And now my build that I did in Standard, I playtested in Standard and in Sentinel, that was working really well, has not been working so well. I know that I changed a bit the skill tree, but I thought I was making better decisions for survivability at least. I mean, last time I only had like 200 energy shield, now 952. So, all in all, after 150 hours, I still think that this game is great for casual players, because you can play 1 hour and feel like you've done a lot, you can progress through. But with the added level of difficulty, it's much slower, your progress is much slower, and the negativity coming from that for a casual player is that you will lose a bit of diversity, because it takes you longer to, let's say, finish the campaign, it takes you longer to see your build come online, just because it's a bit slower to do everything, and because you need more time to reach the end and reach higher levels. Let's say I have 10 hours in my week. In 10 hours now I will see like this amount of build, whereas in before, like in 3 hours I had finished, let's say, Act 5, and I saw this build. Did it come online, yes or no? Is it the idea that I had, yes or no? And then I had, you know, fuck, I'm bad at math, 7 hours left to do something else. So in 10 hours I could try 3 builds and get, you know, to maybe Act 5 or part 2 of the story, and you can get, I guess, an idea of the build a little bit. But now with 10 hours, at least for me, I didn't get to do that, and I don't see as the depthness of the game as much because of that. So do I still recommend the game in its current state to casual players? Yes, absolutely. I think everybody should try games and make their own mind. Path of Exile is free, so that's a plus for people who don't have a lot of money. And it's very fun. Still very fun. So yeah, I'm still very satisfied with the game. So that's all I had to say. Thank you guys for watching, and now I will go play the game. Thanks again for all the likes and the comments, everyone, and for the advice. I hope to see you on stream. I don't know if I'll be on Twitch or YouTube. I don't know which one is better. It seems like there's a lot of competition on Twitch, but I hope to see you there. I will hopefully have the Salt Goblin channel name, and hopefully see you on stream so we can chat. See you guys and girls, goblins. Oh yeah, there's something that I wanted to mention, is that I really hate the lake mechanic. I don't see the point. I die more doing these than doing bosses, and the loot is absolutely dog shit. So I don't know if they're gonna fix that. I don't know if they did fix it. I'm not interested in going back. I feel like it's just a waste of time. And since I haven't finished the campaign yet, that's what I'm really working on right now. Because I feel like I really need to see the end game. I feel like that's the real experience, and that I won't have the respect of the fellow exiles until I reach that point. I mean, I don't really give a fuck, but I feel like I'm missing out, and that if I want to talk about this game, I should see that aspect.